There's a congresswoman in Texas infamous for F-bombing her staff daily. So what's she going to do? Apologize? Resign? Nah. Now she wants to be mayor of Houston. There's a pretty wacky lady in Houston. I happen to know her recently, not recently, but some years ago, had business with her.
You have
Um,
business with a wacky lady out of Houston?
I did. She wasn't in Congress yet. She was a councilwoman, if I remember correctly, or no, state senator.
You're not talking about Sheila Jackson, are you?
I
Oh, wow.
am.
This monster.
Oh, this lady is coming under heavy, heavy fire. She has declared that now she's going to be the mayor of Houston. I happen to know the current mayor of Houston, and she's going to replace him. Her goal is to get out there first in the Democrat Party and sort of waltz into the office, going from Congress to the mayor's office. But what's come out is she has got the worst potty mouth in Congress. She drops F bombs on everybody all the time. Here's a recent audio that came out from a Texas paper. They published the transcript. This is her yelling at one of her staffers in Congress. Quote, "When I call Jerome, he only sits up there like a fat F, just talking about what the F he doesn't know. Both of y'all are F ups. This is the worst F that I could have ever put together. Two effing big effing children, effing idiots. They serve no effing purpose." Unquote. I think you can figure out what the F word is. After a public outcry, and this recording was released in the media, she said she regretted it. However,
I don't believe her, but yeah,
of
however.
course not. She's had every single year she's been in Congress. Her chief of staff has quit. A new one was hired, and then the new one quits every single year. And I think she's on her fourth term. No one can work for her. And now there are people in the media and locally in Houston are saying this is all because she's black. Now, keep in mind, most of the politicians in Houston are black. The current mayor of Houston is black. The other congressional members, a number of them are black. Nobody has a mouth like this lady does. Nobody screams and yells at everybody about every time she does something wrong and she's called out on it. It's because A, she's black, B, she's a woman, or C, it's because she's a black woman. This lady is victimhood on display, but I don't know if anyone still believes her, and she's the favorite to be the next mayor of Houston. Will,
Which it doesn't make any sense.
But you're there, you know her.
Well, I'm just north. I'm north of Austin, so I'm about 2.5 hours, maybe 3 hours from Houston. But it's still disgusting. This is Texas. This is Texas of all places, and they're electing these evil people like her, and she's on there literally cursing everybody out. You know who else I believe curses like that too in the background, which they haven't released any of it on, and I hope that they do. Kamala Harris. It would not surprise me if Kamala Harris has the same attitude, the same mentality with her people around her, because no one wants to be around her. No one wants to work with her. Same thing here with Sheila Jackson. No one wants to work with her. No one wants to be around with her. People join thinking it's going to be a good opportunity. That's the only reason why they do it. Come to find out, it's the worst thing they've ever done in their life. And that's the reason why they leaked the audio in the first place, because she's a nasty woman. She's a nasty woman.
For the world record in Congress, she was voted meanest congressional representative again. She gets it every year. There's 534 members of Congress.
Wow.
And every year she wins meanest person in Congress. Includes 100 members of the Senate, 435 members of the House, right? And she's it.
How is that a badge of honor?
I don't know. Why do you think everybody quits that works for her? Right? They literally can't stand it. And like you said, it's a great stepping stone to a future job if you can last that long, right?
Right. Yeah. If you can. If you can.
I mean, for people to quit a golden job like that, I guess they think they can move on to one of the other 434 members in the House or 100 members in the Senate by bailing out on Sheila Jackson. But I don't know if that's a good or bad background, because most people look at it and think, I just escaped from hell. I never want to have a job like that again. It's not worth being that demeaned. And you're right about Kamala Harris. She's had tremendous staff turnover. Her speechwriters, her chief of staff, her office manager, the spokespeople, everybody quits. And she can't claim it's because she's black, because she's not. I mean, not that race matters, but she's half Indian and half Caucasian.
But she
right?
conveniently says she's black when, when it's convenient.
I mean, right? I'm as black as she is. I mean,
I think Elizabeth Warren is probably more black than she is.
and this cracks me up to no end. She's pushing for reparations, and her family owned slaves.
Yep.
Her great grandfather or something like that on the father's side in Jamaica, they were huge slave owners. They owned people. Okay. And she's pushing for reparations. So everybody asks this kind of joke. Is she going to pay reparations?
Right.
Is she going to get reparations, or is she going to pay and get? I don't know. Smarter people than me got to figure that out.
She'll probably pay and get, right? I mean, really.
One more thing I just got to say. Her stepdaughter has just come out with a fundraiser for Gazans. And in the fundraiser would not, and even after being asked, would not condemn the slaughter on October 7th. And this woman is the daughter of the Vice President of the United States, raised by Kamala Harris. Wow. Doug Emhoff's daughter, her stepdaughter, will not condemn what Hamas did, and said, even though her father's Jewish, I'm not Jewish. I support the Palestinians. I want to raise money for the people in Gaza. Won't mention the massacre.
And her dad is Jewish.
Supposedly.
So if her dad is Jewish, what does that make her?
Well, in the Jewish religion, it's matriarchal rather than patriarchal, passing on the religion. So unless you volunteer to be Jewish, if your mom is not Jewish, then you aren't Jewish.
Okay, so it doesn't matter what the dad, but it matters what the mother.
She could declare herself Jewish and would be accepted, obviously. Has declared herself not to be Jewish and is very insistent that no one call her that. Lovely. Huh?
I didn't know that. So it depends on the mother, not the father.
Yes, correct. And that's from ancient times.
Interesting.